Hakeem Ziyech, born the 19th of March 1993, is a professional footballer who plays as an attacking midfielder or winger for Premier League club Chelsea and the Morocco national team. He is known for his finishing, dribbling, long passes, technique, and ability from free kicks. In 2019, he was selected as one of the 20 best players in the UEFA Champions League for the 2018-19 season. At the end of the same year, he was ranked 29th in the Guardian's list of the 100 best footballers in the world. Originally eligible to play for the Netherlands or Morocco at international level, he has represented Morocco at the 2018 FIFA World Cup and the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. Ziyech made his league debut for Chelsea on the 17th of October 2020, in a 3-3 home draw against Southampton after he came off from the bench. On the 28th of October 2020, he scored his first Chelsea goal in a 4-0 away win over Krasnodar on match day 2 of the Champions League. 3 days later, Ziyech started his first league match for Chelsea, contributing with a goal and an assist in a 3-0 away win over Burnley. In doing so, Ziyech became the first Chelsea player since Diego Costa to score in his first 2 starts for Chelsea in all competitions. In Chelsea's next league match, Ziyech provided 2 assists and was named the man of the match as Chelsea defeated Sheffield United by a score of 4-1. Hakeem Ziyech. What makes Ziyech such a fantastic player and a standout from other attackers in Europe is the efficiency in his play. He does this by being efficient while playmaking for his teammates while situating himself to receive the ball in space, and his runs off the ball. One of Ziyech's greatest strengths and an aspect of his game that will be a huge asset to this Chelsea side is his playmaking abilities. With 19 assists to his name already this season, he is one of Ajax's main sources of creativity whilst in attack. One of the reasons why Ziyech is such a good playmaker is that he is a quick thinker. He may not be as pleasing to watch as some other players with the skills and the techers, though he does have his moments, but he is much quicker and direct. He already knows what he wants to do with the ball before he even receives it. He is consistently aware of what is around him, not only just the defenders but his own teammates as well. He is very quick at anticipating actions, allowing him to play passes quickly, which opposition teams can struggle with. Another aspect that makes Ziyech so efficient is, as mentioned earlier, his awareness. The areas in which he receives the ball automatically make it easier for him to look for a pass, rather than having to get into space after receiving the ball, and risk losing possession. He'll often situate himself in between the lines, unlike some attacking players who will play up against a defender, and then try to create space for themselves once they receive the ball. Once Ziyech releases the ball, he is in constant movement, looking again to get further up the pitch as quickly as possible. He is always ensuring that his teammate has an extra passing option, and in turn disrupt the formation of the opposition's defense, making holes that either he or another teammate can exploit. Chelsea winger Hakeem Ziyech said he enjoys playing as an inside forward since the role gives him a lot of options and freedom. In the last several years, the 27-year-old has mostly played as a right winger in a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 formation for both Ajax and Chelsea. Like most left-footed right wingers, Ziyech tends to cut inside onto his dominant foot before either shooting or looking to cross the ball to the far post. With Reece James often making runs on the outside, Ziyech effectively occupied the half spaces between fullbacks and centre-backs in Frank Lampard's 4-3-3. In Tuchel's 3-4-3, however, Ziyech would play even more centrally with right wing-back Callum Hudson-Odoi operating as a right winger. Interestingly, the former Ajax ace said that is exactly where he likes to play. "It is a position where I love to play," the Morocco international told Chelsea's official website about playing as an inside forward. "Without the ball having your responsibility but with the ball being free and trying to find space and trying to play football. That is what I like the most. Get between the lines, find space between the lines with the 1 or 2 touches. Especially in that position you have a lot of options because is the defender coming out, yes or no? If he is not coming you can turn around and find the striker or the left winger or the right winger in space. You have a lot of options." As Ziyech pointed out, he would have more passing options when playing in this position. It also has its drawbacks, however, such as limited space to work with and more competitions. As Ziyech pointed out, he would have more passing options when playing in this position. It also has its drawbacks, however, such as limited space to work with and more competitions. As we've covered in why Tuchel's 3-4-3 is bad news for Ziyech and Christian Pulisic, unlike in 4-3-3, Ziyech now will have to compete with the likes of Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, and even Timo Werner for the spot. Ziyech perhaps superior passing ability, but playing in these central areas and making runs into the box come naturally to Havertz, Mount, and Werner. Tuchel certainly would not mind having such options. But at the end of the day, there are only 2 slots behind the striker for 5-6 talented players who would want to start week in week out.